Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you some of my garden bounty. We'll start on this side. We have cherry tomatoes, and I've been eating those for a few days now, one or two at a time. Today I got quite a few. Broccoli, I've been picking off the little guys like that. Over here are two cucumbers. This one's a pickle, and this one's a cucumber. Here's our corn. I was very excited about the corn. Didn't know what to expect this year, but I think it looks really great. We can't wait to eat it. Over here is the assortment of zucchinis. I've been giving these away left and right. I have zucchini coming out my eyeballs. There's so many of them. And this one's huge. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this thing must weigh like 10 pounds maybe. These two I picked several days ago. These three I picked today. And all this I picked today. Over here some little stuff. I got red onion and white onion. This is kohlrabi. I'll have to show you what it looks like in the garden. It's a really crazy looking plant, and I'm not sure I like how it tastes, but I tried to grow it this year. It's fun. And then here's my carrots. They're not quite as big as Mary's and Justin's. Some of them are short and stocky. This is a pretty good one. I haven't had many bigger than that. And here's a crazy one I picked today. Oops. He's got like 2 legs. I don't know what's wrong with that one. But it's been a lot of fun. I was really in a harvesting mood today. So here's what I got. Okay, now we're out at the veggie garden. Let's take a look at what we have going on. It's August 11th, and this first bed here, if you remember, this was a lot of my cold weather plants, the lettuce and spinach. I've picked those, pulled them out. I'm getting ready to plant my next crop pretty soon, so they'll be ready in the fall. But I do have lots of onions still, white onions, red and white back here. Here's my carrots. I'm still picking carrots, little by little. As you can see, there's some growing right down in there. They're everywhere. I pick them out to kind of thin them, and it looks like I'll have quite a few more. Probably won't plant any more carrots. They take a long time, I think. Here's my kohlrabi. Remember I mentioned they're really funny looking plants. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? I haven't figured out yet if you can eat the leaves, so I've just been cutting them off. But there's the plant. This one's still pretty small. The other one I showed you was at least twice that size. So I'll wait a little longer for that. Here's one of my eggplants. I think that's the cutest little eggplant ever. Isn't they so cute? I forgot what the name is called because I had to transplant him from somewhere else and I lost the little tag. Here's broccoli. This is the broccoli I was growing from seed, and I thought it wasn't going to work out. There's 2 of them here, but really they just took a lot longer from seed. So I planted the seeds this spring, but maybe this fall I might have actual broccoli from them. Here's all my green and purple and wax beans. These are about done. I think I'm going to pull them out. As you can see, there's still some bean looking things on there, but they've kind of gotten brown. I think it's too hot. I'll pull those out pretty soon. Here's one batch of sunflowers. That one's kind of droopy. I don't know if he just doesn't get enough water or what, but you know, some of them are fading. Some of them are just starting. They're pretty tall. They're way above the fence. And there's some more over here. So they go all the way. Whoa, there's some really tall ones. We'll be over there in just a minute. Okay, I had to completely move that sunflower so I could get in here. It's hard to get to my vegetables. But in here I have, let's see if I move things. I have one tomato plant back there, cherry tomato, and then see that big one. That's some sort of heirloom again. I think all the tags are broken. I would have to go to my paper to find out what I planted there. Here's another, these are the cherry tomatoes that I harvested today, came from this plant. As you can see, there's a little orange one growing. This is a zucchini plant. I've already harvested everything today. I should have taken this video earlier. Okay, let me duck under. Okay, here's my zinnias. I did these from seed and they're just beautiful. I've been cutting them and putting them in vases. And I still have so many coming up. So there's a bud. This guy will be blooming soon. They're beautiful. I love these guys. They make really great cut flowers, I think. They last pretty long. And it's a whole rainbow mix just from seed. I think that was a pretty easy one from seed. Back behind the zinnias, I have eggplant, and I need to cut some of those. There's one. There's a long one. There's a long one. I think there might be another one in the back. Here's some peppers. I think those are supposed to be red bell peppers, so I'll wait a little longer to pick them. This tomato plant back here is kind of exploded its cage. There's tomatoes everywhere. I'm going to have to stake that up. basil, more tomatoes. We're gonna have tomatoes all over. This is a cantaloupe. I haven't figured out if this one's doing very well yet. Maybe it's not supposed to get any bigger than this. He's trailing all over, but it's just not very big. Lots of flowers, no fruit. This stuff used to be cilantro. It bolted, and now I'm trying to grow coriander seeds. So I'll see if that works. I don't know. Underneath all this stuff, let's see, that's parsley that bolted too, but that's okay. It's the side of my broccoli plant. Here's a little broccoli right there. Like I said, I already harvested today. This is a watermelon. Again, kind of like the cantaloupe. Not sure if I'm going to get any fruit from this guy. I kind of just tried them out. They're all from seed. And they grow really easily, but just not really big. So here I've got, this is kale, curly leaf kale, and this is my Swiss chard. So I have like kind of white and a red, you can tell by the stalks. And this is ready to eat. I need to find a recipe to cook it, really. Been eating greens a lot lately, so I gotta be creative. This I think was another cilantro, so that's what it looks like in flower compared to the little seeds. And under there's the cilantro leaves. Come around, there's a couple more onions, and we've got some squashes. So I believe, let's see, actually over here you can see these are delicata squash. So I have a couple of those growing. And over here somewhere, oh there it is. There's one baby acorn squash. These guys are doing pretty good. I've got another acorn squash somewhere. We'll probably see it in just a minute. Okay, we're moving along here. We left off with the squashes, I believe. Oh, there's a couple more. I don't know what that is. Maybe a butternut. I have to look at my drawing again. As you can tell, I'm not a very organized gardener. Again, here's this crazy tomato plant that's growing and breaking the, actually broke the tomato cage here. It's growing so quickly. This is the kind of the monster mother pumpkin plant, and I'll show you here in a second. So these are pumpkins are these really big leaves. It grew over here, trailed up the trellis. There's a little pumpkin growing there. Trailed up, it got into the neighbor's yard a bit, and then it came back down, and all the way back there in the corner is still pumpkin. So that he's really going crazy. Here in the middle you can see we had quite a problem here. Emma got in the garden. This is what happens. She knocks things over, runs into them, and so we've got some, some of the stems got kind of broken and nasty. I need to clean this up a little bit. Everything's still alive, and as you can see, there's new leaves growing, but she kind of just made a mess. But we'll survive. Here's another acorn squash right there. That's the biggest one I have. More tomatoes on the back. Oh, that one's getting orange right there. More tomatoes, more sunflowers. This sunflower's kind of just starting. I don't know if you can see them with all the sun glare. I like those sunflowers. They have kind of more brownish red on them. All these leaves here are my cucumbers. Other than the pumpkin that's growing up. But again, I think I picked most of my cucumbers. Let's see. Oh, there's a pickle. That's a pickling cucumber. So I planted, I think, maybe 3 pickling cucumbers and 2 or 3 slicing cucumbers. Some from seed and some from plants. I can't tell the difference anymore. They all are just as big as the next one. Here's the beginning of a cucumber. Isn't that cute? It's the beginning of another one. I've been getting a lot, but it's been slowing down lately. All these are just different types of squash. Summer squash and zucchini. I've been picking them like crazy. Look at this. That is all one plant. I can't believe that. It goes all the way into the compost pile. Okay, now we've got the corn. Harvested my first 2 ears of corn today. Corn's taller than me. It's probably 7 feet tall, that tallest one. And let's see, here's a good ear of corn right there. Look at that, all the silk's fallen off. There's earwigs that live in there, which really grosses me out. But they're not in there all the time, I think. Here's some strawberries. These were from Amy, from the Kennedys. So, look Amy, a couple of them are alive still. I planted them all throughout here and those all died. Maybe they'll spread, maybe they'll come back. I still haven't gotten any fruit off them, but, I'll keep them around. And then here's the back. So, here's the view. That's my compost pile. We had one pumpkin we found today is kind of rotted, so we just cut him off and threw him away. That's the very end of the pumpkin plants in here still. See that orange flower? And there's a couple pumpkins growing. That's probably our next largest pumpkin plant down there. pumpkin, I mean, in the back of the zucchini. So here's the view from the back. Got the corn. Go back up the main aisle, and that's my garden in August. This is what it looks like. I think it's very lush. It's way more than I expected, way more successful, and lots of food. Only a couple things that didn't really work out. So that's it. There's Emma. Hey Emma, how's it going? She helps me in the garden sometimes. She's supposed to wait on the outside. Good girl. Say goodbye.